Welcome to this demonstration of General Photonics Polarization Optimized PMD source. PMDPro. The PMDPro is a breakthrough PMD source that can deterministically generate precise first-order PMD up to 180 picosecond, and second-order PMD up to 8100 picosecond squares. PMDPro can perform PMD emulation by generating statistical PMD distributions. More important, PMDPro integrates several industry-first optimization functions. Firstly, PMDPro can guarantee the optimized polarization for worst PMD effect. Therefore, PMDPro can guarantee the accuracy and repeatability in PMD tolerance tests, as well as increase PMD tolerance test speed. Secondly, with the ability of PMD compensation, PMDPro can achieve PMD monitoring and measurement of in-service WDM channels, as well as PMD mitigation evaluation of WDM channels. The PMDPro contains a DSP-based circuit, an automatic polarization controller, and two polarimeters that monitor the SOP and DOP, before and after the PMD generating elements. The PMD generator used inside the PMD source is constructed with General Photonics trinary polarization rotation technology. The generator is made by a series of birefringent crystals, with rotators sandwiched between the two adjacent crystal segments. The polarization controller can be used with the front polarimeter to automatically align and maintain the input SOP at 45 degrees from the principal axis of the DGD element, to obtain the worst-case first-order PMD effect. Alternatively, the controller can automatically adjust and maintain the input SOP using the feedback from the rear polarimeter, to either minimize or maximize the output DOP for each PMD setting. Minimizing the output DOP enables testing of the worst-case total PMD effect, while maximizing the DOP turns the PMDPro into a PMD compensator. PMDPro provides a very user-friendly front panel operation. Let me walk you through three typical operation modes. Pressing the PMD key accesses PMD generation functions, including generation of a single DGD, or PMD value. Scanning through all available DGD or PMD states. Scanning through a user-generated sequence of states. Or generation of a Maxwellian distribution of DGD states. The WSOP function can guarantee the worst PMD effect on signal by either of two methods: equal power splitting, and output DOP minimization. Pressing the PMDC button accesses the PMDPro's compensation functions, which including scans through all available DGD, or PMD states for best compensation. For any given user-selected DGD, or PMD state, optimize the input SOP for best compensation. General Photonics also provides a LabVIEW-based remote control program for PMDPro. The program interface consists of a function selection panel on the left side of the screen, and the main operation area on the right. The PMDPro is the fastest PMD generator in the market. It has a rapid and precise switching time at about 1 millisecond. PMDPro's emulation function can generate a Maxwellian distribution of first-order PMD values. Two emulation types are provided. Random means DGD values are generated in random order, while sorted means DGD values are generated in order from lowest to highest. The bottom left plot shows the distribution of first-order PMD that corresponds to the selected parameters. The top right block monitors the real-time PMD value generated. When the distribution is completed, this graph will match the bottom left plot. In Maxwellian function, PMDPro can also perform consistent PMD tolerance test. This is achieved by monitoring output DOP to optimize input SOP for the worst-case PMD effect. The bottom right block shows the worst-case output DOP versus DGD value for the distribution. The 8-bits PMDPro can not only precisely generate 256 DGD values and more than 6,000 second-order PMD values in discrete mode, but also allow user to freely select values of first and second-order PMD in continuous mode. Any pair of values in the defined area is valid. The plot on the left shows the coverage of a 90 picoseconds PMDPro unit. The plot on the right shows some typical curves of SO-PMD versus DGD. As a polarization-optimized PMD source, PMDPro integrated several industry-first optimization functions. For PMD tolerance test, PMDPro can guarantee the worst PMD effect on signal by two optimization options. Option 1, equal power splitting on input signal. Option 2, minimize the output DOP. PMDPro allows the user to obtain optimized PMD values for PMD compensation. This is achieved by maximizing the output DOP. The output DOP versus DGD value is displayed in the plot. The DGD value that corresponding to the peak DOP represents the PMD in the input signal. The compensated PMD value should be close to the PMD value of the fiber link. Therefore, one can just insert the PMDPro and enable compensation. The optimized compensation value will represent the link PMD value. Also, one can achieve multi-channel PMD measurements by using a tunable filter to tap a small portion of signal power from the link. Since the live link is not interrupted, there is no extra loss to the transmission. Product test engineer can easily integrate PMDPro into ATE systems. PMDPro provides 5 memory banks, with each of which can hold 100 PMD values. Memory banks can be easily recalled for repetitive test. In conclusion, PMDPro is an ultimate PMD lab in the box.